Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got me, Nick.
Attention, attention, Jordan Moore is now the proud owner of his very first NFT.
Jordan. And joining us this week is Zach.
What was that, Jordan?
That was my dog bark.
I couldn't really comprehend how you made that noise. What dog barks like that?
Dude, that was that you were fucking you were a little Star Wars runt or something.
Exactly.
You were like a Lego Star Wars character.
Like the Ewoks.
Yeah.
Vibes.
With the spears. They're just like
Just
The
vibing.
beach is low-key kind of creepy though. But this week we're gonna be taking a look at Stranger in the Alps, the deluxe edition by Phoebe Bridgers, released in 2017, and was picked by oh my god.
Oh,
And it was picked by Zach.
Whoa.
Really quick, before we get into it, if you want to keep up with the show, you can find us on Twitter at ListUpPodcast and on Instagram at ListenUpPod. Those accounts are where we're going to make any announcements regarding the show or merch. Speaking of which, if you'd like to support the show, you can find merch at interestpointproductions.com or at the link tree in the bio of the social accounts. But yeah, so regarding the album, Zach, why did you choose it to make your return to the show?
Well,
Round 3.
oh yeah.
Third time.
It's one that I've enjoyed. Probably the last 2-3 years. I don't remember when I actually started listening to Phoebe Bridgers, but it's just a bunch of sad bangers. I like it, and I have a daily mix that's focused on this kind of music, I guess. And that was I either go back and forth between that daily mix or like Mastodon Metallica stuff. So just
Very different vibe.
Yeah, because that.
I was about to say what?
Yeah, that is the last episode you were on was episode 53, where you brought Mastodon to the table.
Emperor of Sand.
still listen to that pretty frequently. So.
You are consistent.
It was a good one. Didn't they come out with an album pretty recently?
Yeah, they did. I tried listening to it. I should try again, but
I got you.
I didn't like it
As
as much.
in, like, you didn't like it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite
just couldn't
Emperor of
hear it,
Sand
I don't know.
material. Not quite a toe-to-toes material.
I don't even like that one that much.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a song that I introduced Zach to somehow. That was like the one Mastodon song I knew, and I told him about it, and you weren't familiar with it, right? Because it was off of like a weird little EP,
Yeah.
like a B-sides EP, but it was actually an original song that wasn't a B-side. I don't know. I heard it once and I liked it, and then I said something to you about it, and you were like, "Huh?" And it was just funny that the one
I don't understand the reference.
the one Mastodon song that I knew, Zach didn't know, even though he was a much bigger Mastodon fan.
You're just a big deep cuts guy.
Deep
You're
cuts
just a
kind of
big
guy.
deep cuts guy, dude. I cannot talk
A little bit.
apparently today.
Yeah. Jamie's on his 8th beer right now. He's
I'm not even. I'm drinking a coffee right now.
8th Miller Lite, and we're vibing.
Oh, so I've had like 2 real beers.
Yeah. You've had 2 IPAs or 8
Right.
Miller Lights.
What's the conversion right there? Yeah, so we've been kind of toying around with changing up structure a little bit with these guest spots. I don't know. I thought maybe today we could just, rather than go down track by track, just kind of mentally condense ours a little bit more into like what the highlights are in general. And we don't necessarily have to go like line by line. I just feel like then sometimes we drag out things a little bit much.
We do.
But I just thought maybe we'd
I don't know
try
for me,
that a little
actually.
bit more. Well, I'm probably more guilty of it than the two of you, because I listen back and I'm like, man, I'm really going on a long time about.
I'm actually very concise with everything that I say, so I don't appreciate you saying that right now.
I'm sorry, that's on me. That's on
That's
me.
on that. I'll take that one for Jamie.
You're
Alright.
creating a toxic pod space. You're gaslighting me, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, because
Jamie-
it was easy last week with Craig because had the A side B side kind of thing going. That was
Yeah.
easy.
Tell me again, kind of what you want to do, just so I know.
We're just
I
going.
don't know.
off
I just thought
vibes.
maybe instead of have to go line by line, just say some stuff that you really want to say.
I got you.
we're
Kind of piggyback off that. Okay. I got
we're
you.
And we can
going off
bounce off
vibes.
of other things, but yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
just kind of
vibecast.
going a little bit looser. That way, because I feel like sometimes some of the length of the episodes isn't necessary, and that's probably
That's a little
more
long.
on my notes than other ones.
It's a little long.
Well, I mean, because I enjoy it, but I understand that if someone doesn't know how just fuck around, we get a lot of times.
Sure.
They might look at that and be like, "They're gonna talk about this for an hour and a half straight." No, thank you.
Sure.
That's literally impossible.
Plus, if we do this, then it becomes easier to fit in more people and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Just seem a little faster and looser, But anyway, so all of that is to say, Zach, as the one who brought us this album, what are some song highlights for what are some burning notes that you wanna tell the people about the album?
The bringer of the Bridgers, if you will.
Okay.
I won't.
Before that, I want to say, or I want to ask you a question, I guess. On the cover art, is that a Shiba, like the dog in the background?
I think it is. I've always thought this.
What else would
Yeah.
it be?
I don't know.
Just another
Oh.
reason. Phoebe's sending smoke signals to you with the Shiba on the cover of the album. Bro. She's pulling you in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean, I think so.
I tried to look it up, like Phoebe Bridgers, Shiba Inu, I don't know. And all I could find was somebody who named their Shiba Phoebe Bridgers.
Bro, what?
Less helpful.
It was
I
not
I
helpful
think
at all.
so.
That's actually you from the future.
Bro.
It looks
Yeah.
it looks like an old one, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe that dog's name is Phoebe Bridgers. Right, maybe.
Her parents named both her and her childhood dog Phoebe Bridgers. At
Is
least
that
I
a-
assume that's what's under that ghost. It looks like a childhood photo of hers or something. Or
Yeah, I think
some kid.
that rings a bell. Actually, I don't really know. I've
Oh, yeah,
never
here's
read
the
that
original.
anywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, you found the original picture that she covered
yeah,
with the ghost
I'll,
stuff.
I found actually a very convenient side by side that I will make sure to post on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Pitchfork gave this album a 7.0. Just found that online. Pretty good for
That's actually
Pitchfork.
pretty good for sure. Yeah,
But you said 7.4?
7.0.
I think
Pitchfork,
Pitchfork might be the epitome of head ass music reviewers.
It is. I was trying to like I realized explaining Pitchfork to someone in this modern age is very difficult because people don't care about magazines anymore or websites really because I watched a Phoebe Bridgers Pitchfork recorded concert on YouTube. And I think I told you, Zach, that it was a Pitchfork recorded concert, and you were like, "Who's Pitchfork?" And I was like, "Oh damn!" I was explaining what Pitchfork was, and I was like, "Man, they really are stupid." They have these high criticisms about everything, and
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
one cares.
Yeah, I mean because it's they suffer. I feel from the same thing that IGN and Game Informer would, where they those they would rate things just absurdly high, even if they were not very good. And then Pitchfork they shit on good things because they're so nitpicky and stupid with it.
Yeah. It sounds like they're trying to create content now because obviously they don't just want to be a critic.
Bro, they're the Pitchfork,
Website.
the type of guy to go to a party and bring a book and then be like, "This party's so beneath me. I can't believe you guys enjoy this." Meanwhile, they're at the party reading a book, and everyone's like,
That's horrible, dude.
"If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, dude."
I don't think I
That's
want
what
to know
Pitchfork feels
anybody
like.
like that.
I don't either, but I feel like that's what like Pitchfork the type of people to call themselves musicologists and like mean it, you know?
Yeah.
Earnestly mean it.
Dumb.
I mean, I've brought a book to a couple frat parties. I just kind of sit in the corner. It's a textbook. It's not even like, fiction.
Bro, are you trolling, dude?
No, that's vibes. That's real. Zach's just
A frat party?
studying circuits.
I was
about
like,
to say,
this
I
is
was
not
like-
real at all.
I was like, dude, what?
Bro, you should have let him cook, dude. He was going somewhere.
Nah, I just sit at home, do homework, and be sad. Okay.
Shut up, dude.
I mean,
That sure, okay,
happens.
maybe that's the majority of engineering school, all right. But
Yeah, dude,
but,
sorry,
but
bro.
you get through it, and then you get a job, and then you stay depressed. So it's worth it, you know.
bro, speak for yourself. I don't know, man. Like, you got to get a dog. Make
I
you
do
take
need to
more
get a dog.
Walks.
Get a
I
Shiba.
Dog.
Crazy.
Get a dog
Crazy
and-
what 3 walks a day will do for your
Shiba,
mental
Shiba.
health, man.
Yeah, see the sun.
You said crazy what a dog will do
That
for
would
your
be
mental
cool.
health?
And like have like mandatorily going on 3 little walks a day. I find
True.
it did numbers for me. During
As we found out, I
like,
cannot go on
the
walks
height of
right
the
now.
pandemic. Well, Georgia, maybe you should. But
Walks could be dangerous for you, Jordan. But,
Blicky the blicky the blick.
Jordan, you just gotta make sure your dog's got the strap on him. Put it on like a little harness holder.
wait.
Hold up, what?
What's the dog got?
Hold up.
Dog's
What
got the
the dog
gun, bro.
got on?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Hold up.
Actually,
You guys spending a lot of times in those circles of the dating world recently.
no.
No, but that's kind of a
Bro, I'm gonna
those
start-
two
I'm gonna
words
start calling-
together.
I'm gonna start calling y'all pirates.
Pirates.
I don't understand. We're moving past it. Phoebe Bridgers, also a fan of walks, a fan of silly little walks.
True. That is true.
Take a walk around the reservoir. That's in Smoke
Take a
Signals.
walk
And
around the west of.
I've heard her talk about it on I think I've listened to 2 podcasts with her on them, and I can't remember which one, but she talks about walking around a reservoir in Silver Lake, which is like a subdivision of Los Angeles, because it was near the place that she lived, and she has I'm pretty sure she still does. I haven't seen a picture of it in a while, but she has a little black pug named Maxine that's very
Aw.
precious, and
That's really
she
cute.
takes it on walks.
Well, I was gonna say this album is again kind of like, and let me finish here, okay? Pop Smoke, in the sense that it had a lot of the same stuff, you know. So if you like it, you're gonna like it. Like times,
So how much did you like it?
well, hold on. Times I would have to like check what. Geez, Jamie, you just wanna you don't want any foreplay at all, man. Come on now, dude. Like
It's just violence today. Jamie's
just violence, dude.
Jamie's feeling crazy.
I feel
So I was
a
like-
killer.
so I was like, sometimes I have to check the song because I was like, is this the same song? Is it not? It kind of just had it's kind of just a lot of like somber music, I guess I would have to put to it.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, so
Some
Wait,
might
what?
say even more than just somber. Some might say,
Yeah.
Straight up fucking depressing. Yeah,
yeah.
in a good.
But so
way.
like that was definitely the vibe of her music.
Yeah.
So
And I would, Jordan, I would even agree with you with like the last half of the album. I would,
Yeah.
the first couple times I listened to it, I maybe had moments where I was like, "Is this a different one?"
yeah. But that's what I noticed. So there wasn't like we're listening to, JPEG Mafia, and one of the songs is like this insane bass, and then
Right.
one other song has like a high pitched vocal or something. But that's just what I noticed. Firstly, just about the whole album, or
Mhm.
the album as a whole. It was okay, I think, in my opinion. Again, I don't super love like sad music / depressing music, just because that's not really what. That's not the emotion. Like it's not that I don't feel those emotions, but it's not what I like to listen to in my free time,
Yeah,
And we all know that to a certain extent. But
we definitely had. I think I even said last week. I was like, I wonder how one of the 4 scores is going to fare because the other ones are pretty a good ballpark.
I know. It's just when I listen to music, it's always just a state of like I want to be like not even like happy, but just like intense or invigorated. You know,
Bro, you don't get invigorated by
no. That answer is already no.
By Georgia? Come on, bro.
Georgia.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that song just on the album, but I saw her perform it live, like just on YouTube, and I liked it a lot more after that. I thought the concert performance of it was really cool.
I could see that with a lot of these songs, I think. Yeah, I was gonna ask if Jordan got invigorated by "I'm singing at a funeral tomorrow for a kid a year older than me" or not, but I guess he cut me off on that one, so we'll never know.
Sorry. My answer would still be no, I think. But
Fair.
Yeah.
No rational human would be invigorated by that line.
If you are, it's you go to therapy. You know, I don't
go to
know
therapy.
what else to tell you. Yeah. Yeah. So back to my original, Zach. What are some burning things you want to tell the masses about this album?
There's a lot more to it than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's not necessarily stuff I care about, like let's say Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had to look up what it was about. I didn't really know.
Yeah.
And it's about like Sid Vicious of the Sex Pistols, and like presumably him killing his girlfriend at a Chelsea hotel. I don't know. It's just very interesting to see the different things that these songs are related to. Because like I've listened to the album a lot, but I don't know. I just kind of put it on in the background. I don't really think about every word. There's some that stand out. Like there's a lot of imagery and killer. It's like, find it. It's like, will you kiss my rotting lips and pull the plug?
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm sick and tired, and when my mind is barely there, when a machine keeps me alive, and I'm losing all my hair, I hope you kiss my rotten head and pull the plug. Know that I've burned every playlist, and I've given all my love. Can the killer in me?
You know, that whole verse is a
deal.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole
That's
second
true.
verse really gets me every time because I don't know if that's one of my favorites on the album, but those are some of the strongest lyrics in the album for sure. The second verse of that song, and I really love the end of it where she says like, "Just know that I've burned every playlist and given all my love." Like, it's just like the saddest like situation imaginable, just plucked in the second verse of this song.
But dude, I love the vocals of that part. Is so fucking good. But it's like getting hit with a fucking sledgehammer. It's so damn heavy.
It is. Something that she does really well that I've found in some other artists like too is just like using very specific imagery or like specific imagery or like past experiences and like describing them so well that they feel like they're relatable. Like it's a way that I've heard poetry talked about in the past, how poetry and like imagery can be used to make you feel things that maybe like a book or just normal words on a page can't make you feel. And like I feel like music is the easiest way to convey that same sentiment. Like somehow, like even knowing nothing about the theory behind the notes that are playing, like the music along with like the depth of her lyrics just like puts you in another like emotional realm almost, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like I've, in the past, I felt like it was harder for me to listen to sad music when I wasn't sad at all because it would just make me sad. And I don't feel like that as much anymore. I feel like I can just kind of put on whatever and listen to it and feel like, and like not let myself like my like mental state be changed by it. But her music, I don't listen to her music very much because it still makes me really sad. Like a lot of it.
I probably listened to this album like 5 times today.
Sure.
I just
You
had it
doing
on loop,
okay?
and it was just continuously. Yeah, I mean,
Are
I'm
you
fine.
good, dog?
Because I am able, like, I listen to it, and if I really want to tune into it and feel something, then I can't, like, and feel what's being heard, then I can. But then, you know, if I don't necessarily want to feel that, I can also just listen to it as, like, good background music that I don't really have to, like, focus on. Which is what I do with a lot of sad music, quote-unquote sad music. Which is why it's like I can listen to it pretty much whatever mood, whatever I'm doing. I'm just like, I like the way this sounds, so I want to hear it. And it really bothers people if I'm in a car, especially Vic. She'll be like, "Why are you playing such sad music?" I'm like, it's not making me sad. I just think it's really pretty, and I wanted to hear, like, you know, this 15-second like chord change I really like a lot, so I wanted to listen to it.
That is like I have a very similar feeling to that. Like, so much sad music is just pretty. Like, it just sounds nice. And
Yeah, totally. I mean, it does sound nice. I'll give it that. Like, it sounds really
It's
good.
so soothing.
you like sad music? Name every sad song.
Oh, Runaway, Heartless.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair.
Um,
That's all of them. You got it. You got it.
well, actually, I'm always really sad listening to "The Big Day" by Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah, because of how good his other shit was, and then
Yeah.
That was a
He
concept album
started-
in
he stopped
disappointment.
doing drugs, dude.
Yo, Chance made one of the craziest concept albums of all time. The concept, Disappointment.
The theme was falling from great heights. But anyways, back to Miss Bridgers.
Yeah. One lyric that kind of sums up, maybe not really sums up the whole album, but just kind of describes how it might make you feel, is from a Funeral. It's not the one that the lyric we've already talked about. It's in the chorus, like, "Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel." That's just, that's the vibes. That's how the whole album is.
I love the chorus of that song. The whole chorus is so fucking good. Her delivery and the lyrics.
Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel. Always have, and I always will. I always have and always will. And it's
Yeah, that's how I feel about Georgia. I don't really like most of Georgia that much, but I do enjoy the chorus.
Yeah.
Kind of turns more
I do
into,
also.
I don't know how to describe it. More like a ballad. I don't know. It's like built it out more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
will it kill me? Will you have me or watch me fall? If I fix you, will you hate me? And would you fuck this and let us fall?
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I
For
feel
sure.
And so I was also gonna ask, these don't have any features, but there's definitely a man's voice in two of these songs.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who that is, or like?
They're I looked at it because one of them I thought was a person who it actually wasn't, and I wasn't sure who they were. I forget their name. I should have written it down, but I forget what band they were from too. But I didn't really know who they were. They were from kind of like an older alternative band that I just wasn't familiar with. But the second one in Would You Rather is Connor Oberst, who is the lead singer for the band Bright Eyes, who's like an older rock band, and they're like pretty frequent collaborators. Connor Oberst and Phoebe Bridgers, they have a collab album together under the.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and the name is Better Oblivion Community Center, I think. But it's pretty good. But
Okay.
it's like, I don't know if it's more upbeat than this album, but like the arrangements sound a little more full. It's a little more upbeat. But
Yeah.
because the arrangements, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it just threw me off. Just like sitting there, and then I hear like a, well, I'm like, what the?
I
The Phoebe
will
Bridgers
say,
album.
That's actually her voice pitch shifted.
Oh god, that'd be fucking hilarious.
I actually kind of wish that Connor Oberst wasn't on that song on this album. I don't like the duet part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Just like I've probably listened to this album 15 times, like, and at no point did I ever be like, I kind of like that voice on there. I don't know. It's just there's something about it. I would have liked it more if it was just her in the chorus. I mean,
Yeah,
it kind of works that from the song standpoint, like having the back and forth, because that's what it's like about. But I don't know. I just never really liked the sound of it.
Yeah. I've never been the biggest Bright Eyes fan, but I've also never like fully checked them out. But I do like
I haven't at all.
Yeah, I do know that I enjoy their writing because I've heard like 2 or 3 of their songs, and there's a Little Dawes like single, like A side, B side, where they cover a Bright Eyes song and Bright Eyes covers a Dawes song. And the Dawes version of the Bright Eyes song is like one of my favorite Dawes songs of the past couple years.
So it was like a recent thing they dropped.
Yeah, I think it was last year. It's called Easy Lucky Free. But yeah, it and the Bright Eyes original are both good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyways,
I'm a can on a string.
you're on the end.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it. I just never fucked with like.
Come to find out,
I'm a can on a string, you're on the end
we found our way out
of a suicide pact over family and friends.
in the background. I'll be waiting.
I don't know.
I guess. I think I've heard the story of how they met, Connor Oberst and Phoebe Bridgers, and she sang an Elliott Smith cover, like at a concert, and he walked up to her after the show and was like, "Hey, that song was amazing." Like I think he like asked her something about writing it, and she was like, "Oh, thanks, but that's actually like an Elliott Smith song." And he's like, "There's no way. I know every Elliott Smith song." And she's like, "No, like I'll show you the song." And she showed it to him, and he was like, "You actually knew an Elliott Smith song that I didn't know. That's insane."
Is that how Zach felt when? Is that how you felt when Nick brought a Mastodon song to you that you didn't know?
It does.
No
kinda
callback.
The parallels in our lives are crazy. Zach, you're Phoebe Bridgers. I'm Connor Oberst.
Basically.
The resemblance is absolutely uncanny. It's astounding.
Yeah.
Really.
We'll have to do a side by side on Instagram this week.
Yeah, we sing the same way too. We sound exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just amazing. The talents that we have, but yet we choose to podcast. Because,
Right.
we
I think
fe-
that every damn day, man.
Yeah, it's more noble of us to grind in this fashion than to just pursue
I'm
our
so
natural
noble.
talent.
Exactly. It's so noble of me to become a humble podcaster for 5 people. You know.
Yep. It is amazing.
I just, you know.
But
Yeah, I think the album starts on a much. I think I like the first half a lot more than the second half. I don't know, like my top 3 songs might be the first 3 songs on the album.
I feel that.
Honestly, I like Smoke Signals. Smoke Signals might be my favorite. So Phoebe. Okay, Phoebe is someone who I like a lot of this kind of music, and I've known like 3 songs by her for years, but I've never checked out her full
That
full
makes sense.
albums.
Yeah, I got you.
And so that's why I was also glad that Zach chose the Phoebe pod for his return, because it like made me listen to it, and overall it's really good. And I also listen to Punisher. I do like this album more. Nick, I know you said
Really?
you're more of a Punisher guy, but I like this one
Real
more, I
quick,
think.
before you get to your point, I'm interested in Zach's opinion of between the 2 albums. Which one do you vibe with more?
It's hard to say, honestly. I've listened to this one a lot more in general. I've listened to like Kyoto quite a bit from Punisher, but
I got you.
there's just a lot that I'm honestly I'm not familiar with.
Moon Song.
I guess I'd like
Garden
this
Song?
one more.
I got you.
Okay.
I
Is
feel
Punisher
you.
another Phoebe Bridgers song?
Yeah,
It's her like
it's her other album.
it's her second solo album, but like
Okay.
she's been a part of other projects and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's something about this album I like a lot more than Punisher. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
I guess
Kyoto, it's not like I
I'm
love that song or anything, but a lot of people do.
I'm the involuntary contrarian now, just because I'm the
Sure.
odd one out. But it is what it is. Are you familiar with like the Boy Genius stuff, Zach?
Yeah, I like several of the songs on that. Is that the name of the album or like the group that they made?
I think it's both. I think.
Bro,
I-
what about some Sloppy Jane?
Sloppy Hill now.
I think that was one of the projects she's been a part of. When I was
I think that might be an artist that's on Phoebe's record label. Maybe.
Gotcha. I saw it in a cursory.
But yeah.
Yeah, I like several of Julian Baker's songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You like that album that's like it's like kind of white and gray, like a light bluish hue, that Julian Baker
Yeah,
album.
and it's
It's
got,
like
like-
just a picture
yeah.
of her on the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sad one.
It's a great one.
Sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds right.
very sad. Very sad.
Also enjoy Blood Ballet.
By Maggie Rogers?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. I like some Maggie Rogers.
Like I didn't know you knew that song, and then I think you like sent a picture of your dashboard one day when you were listening to it, and I was like, what the hell? Like why? What?
It's just how it is. Driving to work, you know?
Sometimes you gotta hit the yes. Yeah, I get it.
That album is really good though. I slept on it
Did-
for a long time.
Am I wrong, or is she gonna be a Bonnaroo?
I don't think so. That would be very hype if she was, but I don't
I
think so.
thought
I would have circled
Yeah.
her name in my little Bonnaroo lineup
that's true.
if I would have.
Yeah,
saw
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh yeah, listener, tune in. 6 months from now, when you posting some. Me, Nick, and David are gonna be having some Bonnaroo fuck arounds that'll be on the socials. So make sure you follow them right now
Okay.
in advance for 6 months.
Turn on post notifications for June.
And by the time I edit and things like that, anything non-impromptu will be probably early July. So, the early bird gets the worm. That's what they say.
Yep. You want the word?
Fuck, I don't
You know
even
you want
remember
it.
what my original train of thought was. Before
Yeah, I'm
Nick
sorry. I really
me about
derailed
that.
you there.
Oh, I think I was just saying but I do overall enjoy her work. Now that I've listened to it, I guess her solo work, because she also has other shit that's not solo, but I didn't listen to that.
Fake fan.
Yeah, but but I think Smoke Signals might be one of my favorites just overall, like, by her. It's so just really good. Like, the guitar in it is fantastic. I love how simple it is, and like, it's so, there's so much depth to it. It's mic'd up really well, like, great effects, a little bit of distortion, a lot of reverb, and it just sounds super, like, bassy, I guess.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Not in like a rap kind of way, but in like this is an open, like, down-tuned D on the upper E string. I don't know, but it sounds
like
really good.
Like a fullness of the soundscape kind of way. That sounds dumb as hell, but like, you know how people talk about, like, how, like, chef people talk about the mouthfeel of food?
Yeah.
And they're like, I feel like this song has a great ear feel, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's so...
It really fills up, like, every, like, corner of my AirPods when I'm listening to it.
Yeah, it's like when I it's like what I went on, like, at length with when I talked about Gemini on Sound and Color on episode...
Yeah, I feel that too.
16 of the podcast on it, but there's just so, like, it feels great, and yeah, I love the chorus. It is so good. Like she really opens up her vocals on it, starting off the album with it, and then there's, like, a guitar build up right before it and then after it, and all of the delivery throughout it. I love the chorus so much. It's, like I said, I listened to this album probably 15 times in the last 6 days, and that chorus might be, like, one of my favorite moments on the album. It's so good.
Walk around the reservoir. You must have been looking for me, sending smoke signals, pelicans circling, burning trash out on the beach.
I love that song.
I wholeheartedly agree. This has always been one of my favorite songs by her, like, outright, and It and Motion Sickness are definitely my two favorite on the album, and I can't say which one's my absolute favorite, but the bass in the chorus, I'm not sure if it's bass or guitar. It's just like that signature instrument that makes, like, the dum 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 dum.
I'm pretty sure it's a guitar, just, like, either tuned down and then it's all focused on the, like, the low frets on the E string, like the upper E string, or because it sounds like there's too much to it for it to just be a bass.
That's
like,
what I was thinking.
There's more, like, microtones and things like that. So yeah, I would say it's like a down tuned, or even, I mean, it could be like an octave shifted lower guitar, but still it has like the what the timbre is, that like what the microtones and everything are. Like, it feels like a guitar. My gut wants to say guitar over bass, but I get what you mean. Yeah, it's really good.
I've always thought it sounded like the Twin Peaks theme song, if you've ever heard that before, like the Twin Peaks TV show. If not, you should check it out. I'm on a roll now. Last week it was Glass House by Khaleo. Sounds like the iCarly theme song.
No, dude, yeah.
So upset.
I fucking heard that.
That shit was so funny.
Yeah, apparently, like, Craig's girlfriend reached out to me and said that also ruined her perception of the song. I feel terrible, but I'm gonna have to do it once a week now.
I don't know how they never caught that, because
I know.
I mean, we've agreed about that for years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
I thought I heard like a violin or something in the middle of the Smoke Signals.
For sure,
I think so.
Towards the end of it, there is.
Yeah,
and
that was just something I didn't notice before, like, just listening to it, I don't know, day to day.
And you see, there's a violin player that plays with him on stage in, like, that concert that I watched, and, like, that's probably why it's probably why I noticed it, is because I saw her play the violin. But yeah, it adds, like, just that extra cherry on top, like the layer of somberness to the song. But yeah, like the song is musically, sonically, like, one of my favorites of all of her music. and also I just love like all the lyrics to it, like the way she weaves in and out of personal narrative and also talking about like just bands that she's idolized, and like she's not really discussing like cultural influences that she's had, but just like things that have impacted her life. Like she talks about I think his name's Lemmy from Motorhead. Like she says like singing Ace of Spades when Lemmy died. Like she mentions like when David Bowie died. She mentions what's the song? It's a Smiths song. How Soon Is Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she just mentions that song. Like it's not really an outright thing that she does in the song, like discussing her musical influences, but to me it has to be a theme because she mentions so many of them. She the first half of the second verse, she says one of your eyes was always half shut. Something happened when you were a kid. I never knew you then, and I'll never understand why it feels like I did. Like I thought like myself, like, oh, like all these musical references, maybe she's talking about Tom York, like the singer of Radiohead, because one of his eyes is half shut because of an operation that he had when he was a kid. And like I looked it up, and like on Genius, people were like, yeah, like that's like what everyone thinks it's about. And I was like,
wow, that's an insane connection.
I was like, I'm crazy, bro.
Imagine not having to look that up because you just knew.
I'm a damn guru, all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like the kind of not time stamping, but it's a little bit of like a timestamp because like Lemmy and David Bowie, those were relatively, well, I guess Lemmy was a couple years before, but they were like relatively recent whenever this album came out in 2017, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like interesting because now people aren't really still referencing like Lemmy and David Bowie dying, so I think it's kind of a, I don't know. It's not necessarily nostalgic for me when she says that, but it's like, I don't know. I remember when those news stories broke, so it kind of takes me back a little bit. Not in a, like, feel-good, nostalgic way, but it's just like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of has some intangible feeling to me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Very good, though.
I think that's I think that's all the critical analysis I can make on it. Like the chorus is beautiful. Yeah, I don't need to give my perception on it. Right. I'm just a guy.
Another fantastic chorus was Motion Sickness. I like that one quite a lot as well.
I have emotional motion sickness. Somebody roll the windows down.
Also, about Ryan Adams? Question
yes.
mark?
Definitive. Like, she has said that it's been about Ryan Adams.
I mean, yeah, so. Because like it's got to be. But it's weird how whenever I like looked it up just to read the lyrics, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I know what the song's about, but I would just click on some, like, no one on Genius was saying that. They were like, some older man, and I was like,
yeah, it's Ryan Adams.
That's what's who the song's about, and no one like no one said that, and I was like, what? But yeah, no, that's another great one. The fucking the chorus of it, awesome. Just like the delivery of it. Great, I love the delivery of it. I think it's pretty a hard fucking bar. There are no words in the English language. I could scream to drown you out. There's another.
I remember. It might have been you saying like a while back, like you didn't think Phoebe made particularly sad music, or like it was. I forget who I was talking to. I feel like it was with you, Jamie, though. And and I said, do you think that there are no words in the English language, like that line? I was like, you think that's not sad? I was like, you think that line isn't sad? And but I just like.
This may have been a conversation. I vaguely remember this occurring, but I
feel like this might.
It wasn't a sober conversation. That's for sure.
Fair, but
sober.
But yeah, like, yeah, that's like, the song is like so heavy lyrically, and it's one of the most I don't know if upbeat is the right word. It's one of the most like energetically filled songs on the album.
Yeah, which is very different than like the kind of the lyrical content, I would say.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
she's
mismatch
still
there.
yeah, like I think it's really like impressive of her to weave in and out of the themes of like still having feelings for this person, but also like holding like so much contempt and like anger towards them.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I think like some of the heaviest shit, like some of the heaviest lyrics to that kind of exemplify that to me is like the bridge where she says, "You said when you met me you were bored. You said you met when you were bored, and you were in a band when I was born." That's like, holy shit.
You said when you met me you were bored. You said when you met me you were bored, and you were in a band when I was born.
Like when you met me, you know, you were just a bored, like washed up ish rock star who, like, you were bored, and I was like a, you know, young impressionable just starting on the scene person, so you figured why not. But like literally you were already in your career when I was birthed, like as like a fucking just like clap back kind of, I guess, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I always think the bridge is like the hardest fucking bars in the song.
yeah, and I've heard her in some live performances, like when she goes into that last chorus, she like really belts out those first couple notes like harder than she does on the album, and I just like love those moments. And like it's at its height right there, but I love in the first verse when it's like the second half of it when she says, "I faked it every time, but that's all right. I hardly feel anything like at all." Like it's just like like I said earlier, like being angry towards that person, but like just being sad about the whole situation. And I never really connected it until I read through the lyrics this past week. But like the beginning choruses, like the first two choruses are the same, and then the last chorus she says like, I try to stay clean and live without, but I want to know what would happen if I surrendered to the sound. And that's like maybe like I saw it interpreted as like what would happen if like if she did go back, because she still has like those innate feelings about the situation, but she knows like she knows it's not right, and she knows that it's a bad situation, but they're still there. It's like the confrontation of the reality, even though it's logically not what you want. It's just like, it's brave to just throw that out there, you know, to make like a legitimately incredible song, like with the story. It's just, you know, it's it's great. It's very impressive.
I mean, it's like all of this is such an impressive, like, from a songwriting standpoint, like the depth,
debut album. Like, this is her debut album
that she's able to explore with the fucking lyrics is fucking crazy on a debut album. I mean, this would be impressive on like any year in your career.
If this was someone's third album, people would be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, but like
this is her first album.
Fucking crazy. Very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, I would say the other thing I just really wanted to like throw out there, Killer's great. Demi Moore is a wild one. But Funeral is also another great, but like I think that one might be the saddest song, which makes sense. But yeah, I mean, like, fuck. The chorus is fantastic. Like Zach had mentioned earlier, the Jesus Christ, I'm so blue. But I mean, just starting off with, I'm singing at a funeral tomorrow for a kid a year older than me. I've been talking to his dad. It makes me so sad when I think about it too much. I can't breathe. Like, fuck.
I'm singing at a funeral tomorrow for a kid a year older than me. And I've been talking to his dad. It makes me so sad when I think too much about it. I can't breathe.
It's heavy, dude. I don't know. I mean, it's really good. It gives me similar vibes to when I listen to Only Children off of Reunions by Jason Isbell. A similar vibe where it's like, you know, this close childhood person that like is gone too soon, basically. And then it's just like the feelings of those left behind to wrestle with that or grapple with that, you know?
Does she ever talk about how like where she pulls in from inspiration from? Like, do you think that like actually happened to her when she was younger?
I think I read that she had said that that song was about a friend, like a childhood friend who died from an overdose. Okay. But
I just wonder sometimes like where artists, even like I don't think it's like super bad to like make up stories, but even like where they get inspiration from that. Yeah. Maybe like talking about dying is a little bit harder to just pull inspiration from, you know, like having like singing about a loved one dying, like I think that might be a little bit harder, but I'm still curious, like there's definitely stuff people sing about that like hasn't actually happened, but you know, like they still are able to convey an emotion, you know?
I do think it's a very interesting thing, especially whenever I read about like people who've been inspired by like death or whatever, not that they've experienced firsthand or even secondhand, but it's like, you know, third hand accounts. Like fuck, is it Even Flow? That was the one where Eddie Vedder, I think, read like he was reading a newspaper in the morning and saw like the news story about
I feel like this was Jeremy.
Oh, it's Jeremy. Yeah, not Even Flow. Even Flow is about a kid that he kind of accidentally bullied, and then like a few years after he graduated high school, they shot it up. But yeah, this was Jeremy. Yeah, where he read about like the classic news story of like the kid who killed himself in front of his English class, and he read about a clipping in a newspaper, and then wrote that song. Crazy, like to be able to do that.
Yeah, I
always get really impressed by that.
Yeah, we're just lowly full-time workers, you know. We have not a drop of creativity.
Right. And like a ton of Jason Isbell's catalog of like shit he's written, or like people in that genre who they can create such like impactful emotions from things they're like tangentially experienced growing up. Some of them have more than others, but I mean,
yeah, that's like
all that stuff.
John Prine, he's like really well known for that. Like Angel from Montgomery is just like not about anyone in his life, and it's his most famous song. And like he wrote it in the first person perspective of like a middle-aged woman, like just like
There's so much impressive stuff. Like
John
like
Prine. Phoebe Bridgers has a John Prine cover.
It's true.
Summer's In.
It's good.
Very good.
It's good.
Spotify single. We pulled it back in, baby. We're back on track.
Honestly,
I think
Spotify singles might be my favorite of the like the artists covering other artists in different genres. Triple J, the Australian radio stations, they got some good ones with the like a version. But Spotify singles are fucking fire. Even when it's people covering their own shit. Like Silver Lining by Mount Joy, the Spotify like version they did in their Spotify session, way better than the studio cut. Same thing for I
disagree.
Shake it.
Look,
I'm just glad there's someone else on this fucking podcast that can relate to listening to Mount Joy.
Couldn't be me.
Another great one, Band of Horses. The Swedish Spotify sessions version of No One's Gonna Love You. way better than the studio cut as well.
I
Way
prefer the
sadder,
studio cut.
acoustic, way better. I don't know, man.
Studio cut of
People
Dead
kill it
Left
with their
Shrimp.
Spotify sessions.
What about
They do all that shit for $1.37 check.
What about the Funeral Butch Clancy remix by Band of Horses? Or like the
I'm
it's like-
unfamiliar. I only know the studio version of that song. I think.
it's
We might need to know the EDM funeral remix.
Bruh.
I was gonna say, is that what Butch Clancy?
This is
I don't
this is
even know,
this
man.
is Funeral by Band of Horses, not Phoebe Bridgers, right?
yes, it's I think it's The Funeral or something.
It is the funeral. Looking like a limb torn. Oh.
How can I remember that? I listened to that maybe a few times in 7th grade.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I
remember
listened to that
Butch
song
Clancy.
a little more than a few times, but that song's fire. The funeral.
Sounds like vibes.
Like
Yeah.
I say all the time. I wish every Band of Horses song sounded like the funeral.
That new album, it sounded pretty good. It sounded a little different, but I'm keeping up.
I was also gonna
What
say
is it? Lights.
I was gonna add, "You Missed My Heart," very long song, but it's one of the ones that it's just a good storytelling, you know.
Yeah, and that one is a cover, but
Oh, is it?
yeah, but I mean, is it not impressive that like it didn't stand out from a storytelling perspective? Like, I think it attests to it. But yeah, I mean, I think I listened to the original. I think her cover is better than that. Very surreal. Like the pictures being painted in that one is fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's one of those songs that I affectionately call a Forrest Gump song. Like it's just like a very overarching story of like a situation. Like
Yeah,
it takes you on a journey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
like Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley?
Yeah,
okay, like the book. I thought you meant a song.
the book is a
I just
frame narrative. The book is a frame narrative.
Whoa.
You know what?
whoa.
You know what
Set
else
with
is
the
a
protagonist and the antagonist battling out, and they go back throughout the story and see how they got to the point where they are.
Bro,
I
you
was
know what's
supposed
a
to learn
really
this song a
good,
little bit
a
seventh
really
grade.
good frame narrative is A Heart of Darkness. That is a slept-on book.
I've also read that.
Fantastic
I've also read that
book.
Just
Me
kinda
and
sucked, dude,
Dylan
not gonna lie.
Loved it a lot. Everyone, almost, I would say 98% of the people who read that book hate it. It's like the classic shit on by like generations of AP Lit people. But me and Dylan actually really enjoyed that book.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, dude, everybody hates this, but I don't, and like I get it so much more than you guys. So,
No,
like,
it's not, I don't think it's about getting it. It's just I just enjoyed that book a lot. I thought it was good. I also
You should
really
just
like
really
Apocalypse
read it
Now. Very
And
good
open
movie.
your mind.
But I was gonna say that it's a similar song structure to "The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia" by Reba.
Reba McEntire? Let's go.
Fucking
went down.
banger of a song.
Georgia.
Great
I thought-
storytelling in that one too.
I thought you were gonna say "The Fire" by the Avett Brothers, but
Another one, but that one is sad. So I don't normally conjure that one because the emotions it makes me feel. That's one where it's a sad sounding song that no matter the mood, it will kind of make me sad if I really listen to it. So
I got you.
that one there's like a 3% of like the sad song category that I have to stay away from. Otherwise it will bring my mood down because it makes me think about death and like things like that. Like yeah. So I don't really bump that one a lot. It kind of brought tears in my eyes the first time I listened to the Gleam Part 3, like immediately. So kind of stay away from that one.
No, I feel you. I feel you with Souls Like the Wheels for that one. They,
I don't have that with Souls Like the Wheels. I don't know.
well,
Funny.
anyways,
Anyway,
one of the last things I do want to
yeah,
gauge your
I was gonna say,
opinion.
that's
Zach.
that's the last of mine.
I got
notes
Me too.
that I really wanted to talk about.
you, Zach. You've always been a big Scott Street fan, but I haven't heard you mention anything about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna
pop-up?
ask you guys what you thought of it. It kind of went under the radar.
She mentions shower beer in it, so I have to like the song.
I was gonna say, I think the first verse is really good. I think it's a great opening verse to it. Walking Scott Street, feeling like a stranger with an open heart, open container. I've got a stack of mail and a tall can. It's a shower beer. It's a payment plan. I think the lyrics of it are great. The imagery is great. The delivery, it gives me very similar vibes to kind of other people in the genre.
Walking Scott Street, feeling like a stranger, with an open heart, open container. I've got a stack of mail and a tall can. It's a shower beer, it's a payment plan. There's helicopters over my head.
And I think it's a very interesting perspective in the chorus with the lines. The part of an old relationship you don't think about, like, when you hear songs about, like, an abusive or, like, a bad relationship, toxic, whatever, you hear songs about it that are like, fuck, you know, this person for being shitty for all of these reasons. That's a very common one. But you don't hear a lot of, like, where you're like, do you regret what you did? Like, asking that question. And so I think that's a very interesting perspective the chorus brings. And I enjoyed thinking about that, because it's, you know, instead of, like, fully vilifying, you go, like, did you ever, like, really change as a person and grow? And when you think back, do you understand what you did was wrong? So I thought it was very interesting. Overall, I mean, it's a good song, I would say. Like, I enjoyed listening to it. I just didn't have any, like, super big notes to bring to the table with it.
Yeah. I liked, there was a little humor in it. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Because, second verse, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you how's playing drums. Said it's too much shit to carry.
That's funny, because that's a real ass response. That is very funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's in reference to her actual drummer. Like she
Michael Vore.
Yeah. He co-wrote like a couple of songs on this album with her, and he's also been her drummer for a long time. And they like used to date, but they're not dating anymore. But but they still work together.
I read.
It's really
Wasn't
really
this? Didn't he start writing this song about an ex relationship of his?
Yeah, I think so. And then they like got together and wrote it together. And they originally for the chorus were gonna say, "Do you feel ashamed?" and like say that a couple times, and then say, "I hope you do" at the end. But
that would have been a bar.
but they decided to keep it more open and not quite as on the
concrete.
offensive. Yeah.
They wanted to pull an old 1984 ending.
No. Bro, shut up. we're no more literature, no more classic literature.
I don't know, bro.
I
I don't know, man. Jordan unlocked like the part of my brain that archives like books I've read, so it's the references.
I even like that book, but I just don't.
Wait,
want to
what
talk
book did
about
I say again?
Frankenstein.
I thought you started with Heart
Frankenstein.
of Dark. Oh yeah, I did.
with the frame narrative.
My B.
MF brought the 8th grade shit back up into it.
8th grade.
We
I
read
read
the
Heart of Darkness
abridged
and
version.
Frankenstein. Like, oh, the abridged version. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
Frankenstein
I
was.
read both of those in
no,
like
Frankenstein
senior
was
year of
7th
high
grade
school.
for us.
Bro,
We did,
stop
like,
debating.
7th
Wait,
grade.
what
Stop.
Frankenstein was 7th grade. Heart of Darkness was senior year.
I'm about to say, bro, you read Heart of Darkness in 7th grade, bro. You
God,
got...
dude, that's how you fuck up someone's life.
And the Four Bush Kids too.
Yeah, yeah, they cannot comprehend that on an emotional level.
They can't, bro.
Bro, on an emotional
Too
level,
busy
they
putting
can't-
dip in their mouth in the back of the class. I'm kidding, bro. I'm just shitting on your guys' school. I'm so sorry.
No, it's a vibe.
Please.
We do it too.
Fine.
Yeah,
but you guys went there. You guys endured it. Okay, you guys get to make fun.
We're entitled to it.
we did.
I am just an entitled piece of shit that went to a different school that's like, oh, this school is worse than mine. I'm not actually doing it like that, but it
Yeah,
No,
you went to
we
school
got
with
you, we got you.
A toxic radioactive leak under the water fountain system.
radioactive radio.
I did.
Me just come walking out of middle school. Stop my
Glowing.
clothes. It's a revolution.
George's walking out like a fucking glow stick. Just
Bruh.
glowing.
Jordan built like Nicholas Braun in Sky High.
That's the glow guy?
Yeah. The only reason I know his name
Yeah.
is because he's a famous actor in that show Succession now. All right.
I should watch
Okay.
Succession.
No, you should.
I feel you.
Don't.
Really?
I mean, like, I
I
watched
really
like.
want to watch BoJack Horseman.
I'm not gonna get on my BoJack soapbox, okay? I'm past my depression cartoon days. All right.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I kind of want to watch like something that just makes me feel sad. Like, I don't like listening to sad music. I like watching sad shows.
Bro,
dude,
Jordan,
alright?
you're
Like
you're,
Squid Game?
You're fuck Squid.
Dude, Squid Game. Nick, have you finished it yet?
It's fine. I don't
Dude,
know why
it is
people loved
good.
it. I don't know why people loved it.
Did you see all of it? You watched every
Yeah,
single episode.
we watched all of it in like 3 days.
Have you watched all of it, Zach?
No, I've never seen it.
Don't worry.
Let's
about
go.
It. Honestly,
Let's go.
Don't
Zach.
worry about it.
Let's
Dang,
go.
bro.
It was mid.
Have you
was
heard
good.
of the regular show? Regular show?
Yes,
Oh,
dude, that
let's go.
that I literally rewatched that, dude. I haven't finished.
Bro,
the
I
last
got a
four,
deep
but
cut for you guys. You guys ever heard of this little show called Chowder before? I don't know.
Yo, the guy who voices Chowder actually shows up on my TikTok sometimes.
Oh shit, nice.
I'm more
Yeah,
of a
Squid Games is
Foster's
mid
Home
though.
for
I don't know.
Imaginary friends.
Mid games.
Honestly, that's what it should have been called,
Let's
man.
go.
And now they're talking about making like the Squid. Like, why is everything getting a cinematic universe? Just let shit be one-offs and let it die. Like,
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
dude. I'm totally fine. Squid Game ending how it did, dude. That shit was crazy, bro. I don't know how you.
I didn't think
like
it was.
that.
The last 2 episodes were like bad. They were. I would think they were straight up bad. I think that like it went downhill.
Weirdo. Weirdo.
I don't know. But yeah,
Scott
so that
Street-
sums up my notes. Yeah.
Scott Street, I forgot how much it built towards the end, and like really starts like swooning with the violin and stuff. Like, it like the sound grows a lot from its more bare beginnings. But I forgot about that because the last time I listened, like I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to the song except for like the first 5 seconds whenever you play it through your PC headset, Zach. Like when we're playing Warzone, just like screwing around. But I did enjoy it a lot. It's top half of the album for me.
Yeah.
I'd say I also like that song.
Yeah. And that's honestly how I feel. I definitely like looking at the track list. I like the first 6 songs a decent amount more than like the last half of the album, I think.
Yeah,
I'd say that
I
too.
feel that way for the most part, but I really liked "You Miss My Heart." I don't even know if I'd ever heard that song before I listened, like for this week, but I really liked it.
I think it's an interesting like storytelling. It's just like sonically when I think of like if I'm gonna queue up a song for this album, it's gonna be Killer, Funeral, Motion Sickness, Smoke Signals, maybe Scott Street.
Yeah.
Maybe Demi Moore if I'm in a weird headspace.
So Knucklesley and Tailsley, if I were to queue up a song right now,
What?
it would definitely be.
Huh?
He said,
Oh,
he said
sonically. Okay, I was trying to figure out what I said that you were making a play on. Okay, I got you.
We're ending the podcast right now.
So I guess
This is the last
And thanks for listening up to the podcast. Check our socials.
No ratings this week.
Is that
Jordan
no
ended
ratings?
it.
No
Have a good
announcement for
night.
next week. No,
Nope.
Have a good night. Yeah, that's how we end it now. So Zach, what I guess that's the end of my notes. What's like? Do you have any parting words you wanna final thoughts you wanna say about the album before we rate it?
No, not critically. There's one thing from Scott Street that I remember. I tried to find this TikTok, but I really couldn't. It's one that I remember from like I'd say 2020.
Damn.
It was a video of Trump walking away from I don't know. They used to give like those. They might still do it. I just don't pay enough attention. It was like almost daily briefings, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I guess that's not normally the president, but it's like a
Like the
I
White
don't know
House
what
like press
position.
secretary.
The press secretary, Kayla has informed me,
Yeah, bro, I
gives.
know.
Sean Spicer?
Me and
Spicy baby?
Nah,
Anyway.
Spicer's done dancing now, bro.
The whole point is Trump was like walking away defeated. It looked defeated from like a press conference. And Scott Street was playing in the background. I tried for probably 20 minutes to find the TikTok so I could show it to you all, but I could not find it. I think it's been taken down.
That's fucking, if we can find it ripped somewhere, we'll put it on the mood board. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just have to find it yourself. Listener.
I did love the Scott Street with the guy or the person wearing the socks in the shower with the handle of Captain Morgan. That was very funny. I enjoyed that.
It's a shower handle, bro.
It's a shower handle. I'm
That
chugging
might have actually been.
Captain Morgan.
I think it was motion sickness.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
My bad.
You
I might
stupid
have
son of a bitch.
I might have just thought shower beer Scott Street. But
Yeah, I feel like it would fit better, but
I
know.
can't name another song that says it.
I can actually.
Isn't it
I
refreshing?
can. A song by
Really?
Faye Webster. Yeah.
Oh. Makes sense.
I think it's
shower beers are refreshing.
low key.
Yeah,
That
I
hot
had a-
water blasting you
They're
in
not.
the face.
I would
They're
say
not,
that I've
Chugging that
never,
ice
I've
cold-
never like intentionally had a shower beer, but there are definitely moments where I've cracked a beer open. I'm like, I feel disgusting. I need to shower, and then it happens.
That's kind of weird. But
Yeah, that
Well, it's not like I'm standing there washing myself with it, but it's like you get in the hot water. You're like, I'm gonna take a nice sip of my beer, and then take my shower,
Yeah.
and then
Maybe
you're not
scribble
like
a little.
standing there in the water.
but never in the
chugging
shower
it.
though,
It
right?
It gets
You know?
cool all over you. It feels amazing.
Yeah.
Wait,
Get
you
the hot
pour it on
water.
you? Okay, I don't know about
I mean,
that
not like a lot, but just taking a sip and just kind of spill a little, and you just gotta try it.
This
Kayla's bringing me something.
this is the weirdest take that I've ever heard.
This is from our shower.
This is the best.
Oh, is that a shower
Oh
beer
my
holder?
God,
Let's
that's
fucking
amazing.
go.
Let's go.
It's like the suction cup. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I do think or it's really great. A hot summer day, you're like, you're about to hop on Warzone. You've just been outside or something. You need to grab a shower. You kind of want to start getting a little buzz going. You get
Okay, I
like
got
a
you.
White Claw or something. Super
Shower White Claw.
refreshing. Kind of two birds with one stone. It's great. I think.
I think shower seltzer could be a wave. I could get down with that.
They're very good.
be
Like
wavy,
if you
could
need
be
to
wavy.
start, like you're not pre-gaming because it's just one White Claw before like you just hop into Warzone. But if you want to start with a buzz and you kind of need to shower because you're sweaty, it's a really or like post-workout or something like that. It's a strategy, I think.
Hear me out. Shower caramel latte.
No.
Shower Stella.
Ooh, a little
Bold.
A
Interesting.
little Stella Artois.
Yeah.
I might go shower blue moon.
No.
Shower no?
You can't take if you do it, you can't take too long with it because otherwise, like the humidity and the heat from the shower is gonna start warming it up, and then it's a bad situation. So you kind of there's a little bit of brevity to it. You have to erase the heat,
I got you.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not refreshing. Then you're just drinking warm alcohol in a shower, and that's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's very saddening. It goes from like extreme comfort to extreme introspection very fast. There's a steep slope.
It goes into is this water from the shower or are these tears?
Oh damn.
Hey,
Well, I guess with that parting thought, we can go ahead and rate this album and then announce next week, I suppose.
all right.
Zach, you get the honor of going first since you chose the album, and I go last. And what happens between then, who knows?
I'll give it about a 7.5.
Okay.
Respect.
A very respectable rating.
Who's next?
I'm gonna.
It's either you or Nick. I don't know.
It's me, baby.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna do 8.5.
8.5.
Yep.
And you like Punisher more than this one?
I do. Stand by it.
Now I see why you were so surprised when I said I thought Punisher was like, below this one.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what number you would give that one.
Yeah.
Jordan, what are you going to give this album?
I'm gonna give this album a
Oh.
4.5.
Okay.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that this one scored a quarter of a point below Kaleo last week. I think this one I'm gonna give it a 7.3. Just below a 7.5.
What a quirky rating.
I don't know why. It just felt right when I was writing it down.
Okay.
So then that brings the average rating or score to a 6.95, almost a 7, just shy of it, which brings it to what? I've lost it. Hang on.
Oh God. Jamie deleted the spreadsheet. Oh my God.
No, I didn't do that. I lost the.
What the hell, bro? Oh God.
Don't worry. All of this dead air is getting cut out. I don't. What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, that brings us to a ranking of 38, not tied for anything, but it is just below Private Space by Duran Jones and the Indications on Texas Sun EP by Korang Ben, featuring Leon Bridges. And then this is Phoebe Bridgers. Correlation? I don't know. But slightly above 22 A Million by Bon Iver and Montero by Lil Nas X, which are tied for 39th. Wow, both of those episodes are really leaning on my ratings.
I thought so.
This is close to Montero?
This is right above Montero. Yeah, because Nick gave it a fucking 4.5.
Yeah, I thought I rated it pretty bad.
Yeah. I gave it a 9.25. Jordan gave it a 7, and you gave it a 4.5. And then Bon Iver, I gave a 9.75. Should be a 10. Don't know why I didn't go all out with it.
9.75.
And you guys rated a 6 and a 5.
Yeah.
Slept on album. Stand by it. But so next week we're going to be doing a first of ours. We're going to be joined by Adam. That's not the first. But what will be the first is we are actually, so we've done some EPs before. We did the Texas Sun. That was 4 songs. We purposefully did that one on a short week turnaround because Nick was moving. But we've also done, the other EP we've done is I Think You Think Too Much of Me by Eden with Zach. But that one's a little bit longer. I don't know why it's an EP, not a full-length album. But that's just what it's called.
Let's reach out to Eden's people.
Didn't I do
next
an EP
week,
or no?
Those are the only ones I wrote
Never mind.
down.
The leak?
EP.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I
Jamie's
guess I guess the leak was.
It was, but Jamie doesn't care about Lil
Well,
Wayne, so
okay,
Yeah.
your bias is
Classic
showing,
Lil
Mr.
Wayne
No,
hater.
I just did. There are 81 items in the spreadsheet, and I didn't write down.
Yeah,
I
and you
fixed
don't
it.
remember all of
Now
them?
it will show up when I filter by EP. Okay,
Okay.
you bastards. But next
You're the
week
bastard.
we are going to be covering 2 EPs because they're each.
What the hell?
One is 4 songs, one is 5 songs. So together, they're basically a full-length album. This was what Adam's request was. Ask him about it next week. But they're both by Kid Freud, and it's going to be The End and American Boy are the EPs.
Okay.
They're going to be checking out. We're going to be treating it like an album, I guess. I
I'm
don't know.
down.
Maybe we'll treat it like A/B with Craig last week. Do like highlights from one, highlights from the other. I don't know.
The End and American Boy.
Yeah, The End and American Boy, and they're both EPs by Kid Freud is the band.
American Boy, more like Material Girl.
Vanessa.
When can we do that? Vanessa, I'm a material girl. It's so funny.
Very topical
Anyways.
references. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing next week. Our first 2 EP episode. Treating it like one album, so check them both out. Yeah, but real quick, we'll just hammer this one out with recent listenings. For me, still listening to some Mount Joy. New Peach Pit drop. Shit is a fucking heater. Vicky, the newest single off of their new album. Also, I've been listening to a lot of the song August by Flip Turn. It's a song I've heard a while ago and I've just recently rediscovered it. It's really good. Yeah, Yeah, that's probably it though. Just a bunch of daily mixes based on like that kind of genre. So nothing too exciting.
I got you. I've been on my a lot of Big Thief, a lot of Madison Cunningham, the Postal Service, who have only released one album ever.
I've mixed feelings about the Postal Service.
I actually like the album. I've listened to it before and not liked it that much, but I enjoyed it when I listened to it the other day.
Maybe I should re-listen to it. I don't know.
Yeah, but
They're pretty slow. I don't like them that much.
Yeah.
yeah, one of their
Did they do Such Great Heights? Was that them?
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I hate that song.
I'm talking about like the postal.
Oh, you're talking about
The
USPS.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fuck the postal service, bro.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. Some cat power. I found a song by a guy named Hiroshi Suzuki that I liked a lot. That was on a playlist made by Duran Jones and the Indications, made by their band. Their members just like add like 10 songs to this playlist called Indications Inspirations, like every once in a while. And one of the songs on it was by that guy, and it was very groovy. It's a nice late night vibe.
Nice.
I would have to send you the link. The artist name and the song name are in Japanese, I think, but his name on the album cover is in English. So
Interesting.
that's the only reason I know what it is. But yeah, there you go. Jordan, Zach?
I'm just pretty much listening to Fabio Foreign a lot still. That's my go-to listen.
He's on the rise.
Dude, I've been there since day one, buddy. Day one. Maybe not day one, but close.
You have been.
But yeah. His style is just still so much I like. Like, I love it. So that's like my go-to if I just listen to music right now. I haven't really, I don't really have anything too new, honestly. Again, I've just been in a music drought lately, sadly. But
Gotcha.
I've been trying to listen to my Discover Weekly, and there's like a couple songs on there, but none that I like. I'm falling in love with. So
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah, I've honestly just been listening to this album and then whatever radio Spotify generates for me based on it.
Yeah.
Probably for like the last 2 weeks. I just kind of, I don't know, I haven't been listening to music as much. I don't know.
It
why,
happens sometimes.
honestly.
yeah.
You've
Good little
been
spots where you
busy
don't listen to
probably.
You know it.
Grinding.
You've been on that grind.
Man, grad student grind set. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Zach, let's go.
Zach's in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
Zach's preparing to be in his bag.
Yeah, exactly. I don't make much money right now.
It's
Really
bag
sad.
preparation.
You're manufacturing the burlap that will be used.
The bag prep.
That
I'm in the
bag
prep
prep
stage of life.
situations.
Bag prep. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this one up then. We just want to say thanks again for listening this week, and thank you to Zach for joining us. Remember to tune in next week where we're going to be looking at The End and American Boy, both EPs by Kid Freud with Adam. Be sure to listen to them as much as you want. Kind of have your own thoughts and mentally join in the discussion, quote unquote, with us. And once again, if you want to keep up with the show or share your thoughts about this week's episode, you can do so at the socials. Feel free to reach out. We're on Twitter at ListUpPodcast and Instagram at ListenUpPod. Those accounts, as well as our personal handles and the merch link, are going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode. Finally, if you enjoyed this episode, if you wanted to throw a rating, a review on your respective platform, that'd be great. If not, no worries. And other than that, for now, we'll catch you next week, and remember to listen up.